You know that one game that you played as a child that's always stuck with you? Well, mine is right there.
It's been propping up my projectors since the last stand I made decided to spontaneously
So I'm gonna have to make another one.
I immediately got to designing the first feature of the stand, which is going to be adjustable feet for each corner. I ran into multiple issues, including the threads being way too tight. I ended up buying a brand new tap and die set for this, and it was very hard to do, and it didn't really help literally at all. So there's 20 bucks down the drain. After some tweaking to the design, I finally came up with a solution.
I'm going to be putting a 7/16-14 bolt into a 1/2 inch hole. The downside is it's a little loose, but there's enough overlap to where it's not really gonna come out. It should get the job done.
And with that part of the design locked in, I moved on to designing different options for the connector on how I'm going to assemble the final build.
Okay, so the first design option that I came up with was to use this tiny little key. Adhesiving all of these together is just, this is not anywhere near feasible. I don't know what I was thinking. This idea was slightly better. Put that in there, throw some adhesives on there, but I don't really like it. It doesn't really sit at all.
So I decided not to go with either of those ideas and try this.
And that is to have a little triangle hole and then a little triangle guy here. And when you put them together, it's a little tight of a fit, but it works. Well,
I threw some adhesive on it to see how strong it is, and this baby's not going anywhere. And with that, it was time to start the final design.
I'm gonna be playing you very shortly, Need for Speed.
The design is made up of 4 tall corner pieces attached with long skinny rods and utilizes the design elements that was learned earlier through the prototyping phase. With the CAD done, I started 3D printing, and it didn't take very long to run into issues. For some reason, all of my files decided to just not exist. I then attempted to directly connect to the printer using a cord, and I discovered the process to make that work is very difficult and not worth the time. My next idea is to get a new SD card.
I'm amazed they still make these in 8GB sticks.
If this doesn't work, it's gonna get a lot more expensive.
It works!
With catastrophe narrowly avoided, it was off to the races. Most of the parts printed well, but I ran into a lot of issues with the corner structure, and I mean a lot of issues. Luckily, it was a pretty easy fix, and all that was left was to complete the final build. And with the build done, it was time to set it up. This project was long overdue, and I'm really happy with how the stand turned out.
Now that that's done, it's finally time, and I can play my game. You have to be kidding me.